day in my life in downtown Atlantis. It was February the 32nd, being a quadruple leap year. I was driving in downtown Atlantis. My Barracuda was in the shop, so I was in a rented Stingray, and it was overheating. So I went to a Shell station, and they told me I'd blown a seal. I said, fix the darn thing and get me out of hot water, Cape out. While they were doing that, I walked down to the oyster diner, a real dive. But I know the owner. He used to play for the Dolphins. I said, hi, Gil. You have to yell. He's hard of hearing. Gil was really down on his luck. Fact is, he was barely keeping his head below water. So I bellied up to the sandbar, and he gave me the usual. Rusty snail, hold the grin onion, shaken, not stirred. With a peanut butter and jellyfish sandwich on the side, heavy on the mako. I flipped him a fin, on purpose. I was feeling so good, I even dropped a sand dollar in the box for one of Jerry's squids. Well, we were crowded in that building. The fact is, we were packed in like sardines. We were all there to hear the big band sounds of Tommy Dorsal. What soul. Tommy was rocking the place with a very popular tune-up, Salmon Enchanted Evening. And the whole stage was surrounded by screaming groupers, probably there to see the bass player. One of them was this cute little yellowtail, and she was giving me the eye. So I decided this is my chance for a little fun. You know, maybe a chance to have a relationship that wouldn't evaporate. But she said things that I just couldn't fathom. She was too deep. Seemed to be under a lot of pressure. Boy, could she drink. She drank a lot. So to break the ice, I came over and said, hi, what's your sign? She said, Pisces. I said, great, that means we're compatible. I'm Aquarius. So I decided to try to take her out. So I threw out the bait. I said, come on, baby, let's spend a few minutes together. And she threw me that same old line, not tonight. I got a haddock. And she wasn't kidding either, because in walked the biggest, the meanest looking haddock I'd ever seen come down the pike. He was covered with muscles. He came up to me and said, listen, shrimp, don't you come trolling around here. What a crab. This guy was steamed. I could see the anchor in his eyes. I turned to him and said, baloney. You're just being shellfished. Well, I knew there was going to be trouble, and so did Gil, because he was already on the phone to the cods. Well, the haddock, he hits me with a sucker punch. I catch him with the left hook. He eels over. It was a fluke, but there he was, lying on the deck, flat as a mackerel, kelpless. I said, forget the cod's Gil, this guy's going to need a sturgeon. Well, the yellowtail was pretty impressed with the way I landed her boyfriend. She came up to me and said, hey, big boy, you're really a game fish. What's your name? I said, Marlin. Well, from then on, we had a whale of a time. I took her to dinner. I took her to dance. I even bought her a bouquet of flounders. Those cost a lot of clams. And what did I get for my trouble? Did we get married and take the big plunge? No. She said she had to go back to school. So after I went back to the Shell station, I found out that those sharks had soaked me for all I was worth. I decided it was time to go see my shrink. Who advised me, and I quote, since you obviously have difficulty swimming against the tide, I advise you to go with the flow. So based on that advice, I decided to devote my entire life to giving aid and comfort to those little urchins running around town. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to have myself totally committed to the deep. At least that way, I can wave goodbye.